Howdy and welcome back to the channel. I am Country Boy and I put the sass in sarsaparilla. And this is Whatcha Figure, where we open up a whole bunch of different action figures. And today is no different because we're going to be opening up Splinter crossed with the Universal Monsters Van Helsing. Man, I've been opening up all of these figures so far, and I have not been disappointed yet. I cannot wait to get into this one. I mean, that seems like an awesome idea. Just having Splinter the Rat be Van Helsing, like the hunter of monsters. So cool. That is such a great idea. I mean, they could have maybe done Shredder as the hunter and have all the monsters be the turtles and stuff like that. That would have been okay too, but I think this is a really awesome idea. So I guess without further ado, let's get to looking at the packaging. And here is Splinter as Van Helsing, the ultimate action figure. Look at that eye. It's a stake, like a wooden stake that he's stabbed into Dracula's heart sort of thing. That's pretty cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossed with the Universal Monsters. And like always, they've always got these cool art on the front there. It's not the actual image of the figure. It is someone that works at NECA that does some really sweet art. It is what the figure basically looks like, but not exactly. Really cool. Like, got like a purpley, pinkish look to it. Kind of reminds me of his kimono that he always wears, or his robe that, Splinter always wears. So I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for there with the color. I'll go to this side here, and there it says NECA Real Toys, and then a lot of the similar writing on the side, as I said on the front. And then there are a bunch of images of the actual figure itself. Splinter has Van Helsing, trouble with monsters, call the rat with the hat. And a bunch of other stuff you can read. Go ahead and pause. And just, yeah, really cool figure, cool accessories it looks like. And then there's other guys in the line. So you can see there's obviously Splinter, Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo. I've already opened all three of those other guys. Really awesome figures. They're just fantastic. I can't wait to get into this guy. Take a look at him. So like NECA always does, they got some stuff on the top as well. Warning, choking hazard, ages 14 and up right there. So it got to be of age. And then give credit where credit is due. These are the guys that are all responsible for the figure. And gals possibly too. I'm not too sure. And then you can open it up because that's what these ultimate boxes do. Ba-ba-boom. Look at that. There's an image of the figure right there. Splinter looking badass as ever. But then you got the figure right there with all of his accessories. Looking really cool. I guess there's nothing left to do but to get into the packaging. Alrighty. Here we have Master Splinter as Van Helsing. And he looks pretty darn cool. I'm not going to lie. Love that hat. Love that coat. Before we get to him, let's get to looking at some of the accessories, which there is a plethora of. A lot of small accessories. They're very, very tiny, easy to lose accessories. Basically, these arrows here, here we go, are like the size of like toothpicks, even smaller than toothpicks. These are very tiny. So you got to be very careful. These could easily puncture something if you lose it on the ground, on the floor. If you got a carpet or something, this would easily go through your skin for sure. So they got three of these plain arrows, and then they got one here would be like I guess like a grapple tip sort of arrow, I guess. So you could attach a rope to it and launch it over a fence or something like that. So that's what this one would be sort of like. And then this one has some garlic on it, so it's gonna be good for hunting Dracula or vampires. That's what this one's for. That's pretty cool. I like the idea there. And then he's also got this this blade here, this knife. Pretty cool looking dagger, like a Bowie knife almost. Pretty badass. It's got a cool black handle and then more of a darker silver shine to it. Make it look metallic, really sweet. And then, my goodness, put it back. And then he also has these wooden stakes, which are, I think they're all identical, so I don't have to show you all of them. Yeah, very simple, just a sharp looking piece of wood, or at least it looks like a piece of wood. It's not really wood, but yeah, really cool. Again, if you drop these on the floor, you got carpet, that's gonna hurt. Do not step on that. Hurt more than a Lego block, I'm pretty sure. And then he also comes with this stand, which is, I don't really get figures from NECA that need stands, but Splinter does have kind of gangly feet and doesn't stand up very well. I know my old Splinter that I got for the 1990 movie, he definitely could have used one, but I never put him on one. So he comes with this one stand here. He's standing pretty good on his own. He uses his tail kind of to brace himself, which is nice. He comes with also this, crossbow, which does kind of move a little bit. I'm not going to move it all the way back because I feel like it's going to snap. I'm not going to test that. But you could probably put one of the arrows in here. Let's see if we can do that. Just to have a little bit of fun. Stick an arrow on there. Oh yeah, you could totally do that. Make it look like the real deal. That's awesome. Pretty cool. So yeah, crossbow, a really cool detail. Got like a wood finish to it. Got some metal parts to it as well. Awesome, awesome. Definitely something that Van Helsing would use. At least I know the Hugh Jackman version. I think he used a crossbow sort of like that. And then he also comes with these hands, which is he's got a couple of pointing hands. This one points with 2 fingers. And then this one points with 1 finger, which is kind of cool. You can see like the nails, his claws kind of poking out of the gloves that he's wearing, which is really, really good detail. I appreciate that. And then he's also got these other hands, which are kind of gripping hands, I suppose. So you got slightly open so that you can put something in there, like he's holding the dagger or holding his crossbow or whatnot. So that's what these ones are for. And then on him, you can see he's got the splayed open hands. But also, the last accessory he has is a second head. So you got the one with the hat, and then you got the one without the hat. And looking at this one and looking at the 1990 movie version of him, this is definitely just a reuse of the exact same figure. And you know how I can tell? Because he's got the cut off ear from. So this is definitely from the movie where he has the ear kind of sliced. They just tossed in some glasses and they colored him a little bit differently so he's not as dark. But that is definitely what this is. So I mean, yeah, they went a little bit cheap there, but that's I understand why they would do that. Why wouldn't they? So let's look at the figure itself. So obviously, he probably is the most similar to himself from any of the other figures. All the other figures definitely have a lot more monster appeal. He's got more of just a Splinter appeal, kind of wearing clothing, basically, is what it is. But I like the hat. The hat's really cool. Got the ear kind of poking out a little bit right there. Really, really awesome detail there. Only pokes out on the one side because he's got the cut ear there. What's that symbol about? Maybe I should pay more attention to Van Helsing in other literature because I'm not too sure what that is. I wonder if that's a thing, that symbol at the back there of his hat. And then he's got this belt or bandolier, goes around here. Also holds his arrows. So would that be a quiver, I guess that would be, is what that would be called. So you could probably put his stakes in here, I suppose, and then put all of his arrows back there. He's only got 3 stakes. Oh, I guess the knife could probably go in there as well, too. That would make sense. And then he's also got this awesome red jacket. That is just really stylish, really cool. Nice long tail at the back, including his long tail, which is also got a bendy wire in there, so you can maneuver it if you need to. You want to move it in other positions, which really helps because you do want to use it to help him stand. But similar to the 1990 movie version of him, he has like this robe, like this white robe, which this is actually more of a plastic. The white robe that he wore in the movie, or the movie version, is actually like a soft goods. So it's not exactly the same, but you can tell that this is supposed to be like that version, just kind of thrown in as Monster Hunter. But yeah, and he's also got kind of wrapping on his feet. So again, he's evocative of that version of Splinter. So yeah, I guess he's really cool. It's a really cool idea. I love the idea of Splinter being Van Helsing. Like it's a really cool idea. I wish they would have went a little bit further with it, I guess. Maybe they wouldn't have needed him to have like his robing underneath and maybe give him pants or something like that. They could have maybe even changed up the details of his face. But, you know, I get it. They're going to reuse stuff wherever they can, you know, save some money. It makes sense. So next up, we'll just kind of compare him with some other figures. And yeah, we'll see how he kind of fares. So stay tuned for that. One thing I realized I just forgot to do was his articulation. So, I mean, I don't need to do a whole lot. I can kind of show you his articulation a little bit here. But I do have him kind of already with his gear on. I don't want to really take it apart. But his head moves just very slightly. It's very static for how much he can move. It's just hindered by all the fur and the coat and all that stuff. So there's not very much movement that you can really do with his head. But you can swap it out with the other head if you want to. And then his arm goes up about that far. And then he does have the double jointed elbows, so he can move in, you know, that far as well too. And then his knees are, you know, they're okay, but they are hindered by obviously this here, the tail of his coat. So it's just over 90 degrees that his knees will move. But you know, what are you going to be doing? You're not going to be doing that with Splinter. I mean, you're not going to be putting him in any crazy poses or anything like that, I'm pretty sure. And like I said before, the tail is movable as well too, and it does bend as well too. And he does have a joint here for his ankle. So it goes down like that, and then it goes up like that. And then there is also a secondary joint here too, like a toe pivot, I guess you could call it, which goes up and down as well too. So I'm probably just gonna have it nice and flat, try and keep him standing as much as possible. Don't want to have him in too crazy positions because he doesn't stand very well. He's not the most posable character. So he does have that kind of going against him, as cool as he is. So then, yeah, so I guess now stay tuned for some comparisons. So first off, I'm going to start off with another Splinter, which is the 1990 movie Splinter, which is definitely some reuse that this guy has. Like, his head is obviously the same head. The hands, I don't think they are, because he's got gloves on, unless they just kind of painted over. But basically, it's just the head that's been reused. And the look, I guess the look is similar to this guy with the cloth coming out the bottom there and the wrapped feet and whatnot. So there you go. That's what they did with Splinter. Just kind of copied this guy and made him a badass Van Helsing. Not that he wasn't already a badass already. He was already a badass, just not Van Helsing. So then we'll toss in some other Universal monsters crossed with TMNT. Here is Raphael as Frankenstein's monster. Oh, I don't even have him fully in frame here. Let's see if we can fix that. Get that going. There we go. Fix that. Now he's fully in frame. So yeah, Frankenstein's monster, Raphael. Then we'll go with Leonardo as the Hunchback, which is, these guys just look really cool. I'm really happy with all of these guys. And then we'll toss in Michelangelo as the Mummy. And then, why not? Let's also do Donatello as the Invisible Man. Looking really cool. Then let's get some human characters in here. Let's throw in April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein. And then last but not least, definitely not least, probably one of my favorite figures, is this guy, Casey Jones as the Phantom. If I'll stand here, there he is. So there you have it. That would be all of the Universal monsters that have come out so far, crossed with the TMNT guys. I hope you liked this video. Go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. I am CountryBoy9 with an underscore in there somewheres. Go ahead and check me out on other platforms, Twitch, Twitter, PSN, YouTube, more stuff. I hope you like what I do here. I also do things with my friends called Wasted Opinions on YouTube, where we talk random stuff. Sometimes it's Ninja Turtles, sometimes it's, just whatever movie came out that week. You never know what we're going to talk about. So check those guys out because they're awesome. That's going to do it for today. Until next time, stay green. And don't forget to check me out on Twitter, PSN, Twitch, and YouTube at CountryBoy9. That's with an underscore. Thanks for watching.